How's it going, everybody? Welcome in. I'm just giving a few minutes just for notifications to go out before I start going in on today's subject. But as the title implies, I'm going to be talking about the Google Pixel and its future, mostly just referencing the Google Pixel 9, 9 Pro, and 9 Pro XL. Just my thoughts on that. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Yeah, so we're about to start shortly here. But otherwise, good morning. Welcome in. Glad to have you guys here. Let's see. I think that's a little better. Kind of lower that down a little bit. But anyways, yeah, let's talk Google Pixel. My favorite subject. Let's talk Google Pixel, as I've been pretty vocal about some of the things that's kind of going on with references to the Pixel 8a, the upcoming 9, 9 Pro, 9 Pro XL. There's 3 models. Give you guys like my thoughts and reasonings as to why Google's doing 3 models. So we'll kind of dive into that, and I'll give you guys an update on Helium Mobile, how my experience has been on that too towards the end. Welcome in, Jeremy. Also, there is another podcast I'm doing right after this one, but it's on the second channel. I'm actually doing a wrestling podcast today, so trying to catch up with the live streams because I've been like absolutely busy over the last couple of days. So if you guys want to check that out right after this one's done, maybe about like in another 5 minutes after it's done, the other one on the second channel will start. So if you guys want to go in there and just kind of talk wrestling with me, that's pretty cool. If not, no worries. You know what? That's why I keep them separated. So, I don't bring something here that people aren't interested in. Oh yeah, they made it to school safely. They're good. Kiddos are good. They're at school. Everything's fine. Yeah. So, anyways, let's talk Google Pixel and what's kind of going on with that, right? So there's been like a lot of talk that's just pretty much people just like kind of wondering what's the point of having the A series. I've made my video just kind of talking about that, and I still stick by that specifically. So with the Pixel 8a just around the corner, right? Because it's on May 10th, I believe, is Google I/O. So we should see some sort of unveiling of this device and its purposes as to why it's there. So one of the things that I kind of wanted to touch base with that is, something that I've seen on the chat boards and everything like that regarding this. And it's like, why is there a point to having the Pixel 8a when we have the Pixel 9, the 9 Pro, the 9 Pro XL coming? What would be the point of it? And I think it's safe to say that the point of this device is absolutely in the fact that it's, it's an 8 series. Just because it comes out the same year as the Pixel 9 doesn't mean that it's part of the Pixel 9 series, right? It's not a 9th generation. It's part of the 8th generation series. And with sort of that being said, you have an 8A, you have the 8, you have the 8 Pro. Does this correlate with Google's reasonings as to why we're having a 9 Pro, a 9 Pro XL? Will they do away with the Google Pixel 9A? Will we not see that in the future? That is a strong possibility. When you look at the 8A, which there's already there's been leaks regarding the Pixel 8A, and I'm gonna see if I can try to find that right now for the live, but we'll see if we can get it. Because I know there was a video where someone's like actually showing the Pixel 8a already, like the green color and the blue color. Everything Tech, what's up, man? Welcome in. So that's something that yeah. I don't want to show the video because copyright, but I do want to kind of just like pull up something here. All right, so let's share this real quick. By the way, someone let me know if the live stream's doing okay. Like, give me a sound check or whatever. kind of interested in that. Someone let me know if everything's good with the live stream, if it's giving issues, if you guys can hear me or you guys cannot hear me. Sounds great. Okay, I just want to make sure. I forgot to do that earlier when the live started. So, but anyways, here we have it, and I'm gonna go ahead and move out the chat just for a minute, right? So, this was reported from 9 to 5 Google, and they're like, another slightly sketchy leak claims Pixel 8a is getting a price hike. It is absolutely a possibility. I like that green color. I really do. I think that's the one I'm going to go for. So they just kind of talk about this and just kind of giving I guess past history of Pixel 8, well, not Pixel 8, but the Pixel A series, and so what I'm going to take out of this whole article is right here, and it says another price hike for the Pixel 8a doesn't seem out of the question. A leak earlier this year suggested the device will cost 569 euros in Germany, up from the 7A's 499 euros. So that's pretty interesting. Let's see. Canadian retailer apparently listed the Pixel 8a at a starting price of $708.99. Well, Canadian dollars, I guess they're going on that. So that's well up from the $599 price that the 7A currently carries in Canada. That's 599 Canadian dollars. So here's one thing that I will say about this article. In retrospect to the article, I know that they're seeing like these different price hikes in various different countries, so they're trying to take that data and try to like have it come out with a US dollar amount. Problem with that is, and what I've seen in the past, if people have forgotten, is that a lot of times we do see where they'll be like, oh, in Canada it's marked at this price, and in Europe it's marked at this price, in Japan it's marked at this price. So taking the fact of what they're charging for the phone, in converted to US dollars, it's this price, and then it turns out not to be that price, US dollars. So do I feel like the Pixel 8a will get a price hike? Yes, I do. I honestly do feel like that it will be slightly increased. I would love for it to be, 400 and $449. Go back to like the Pixel 5a, the Pixel 6a's price. That would be fine. I would love for it to go back to $399, right? The original Pixel A series, the Pixel 3a, and what that price tag was for it. But we're getting more. So one of the things I definitely want to just kind of remind people on this too, the newer A series, I can't classify them as mid-range. Honestly, I cannot classify it as mid-range. Here's why. Since the Pixel 6a coming up to the Pixel 8a soon to be released, the thing about that is it's running basically almost everything flagship. If you consider the Pixel 8 and the Pixel 8 Pro flagship, then the Pixel 8a is going to be flagship. The same way that I, basically state that the Pixel 7a is a flagship. The Pixel 6a is a flagship. I base a phone on what I consider to be flagship based upon the specifications of the device and not hardware. So glass, metal frame to me is not flagship. I can make a phone with a Snapdragon 400 series chip and 1 gigabyte of RAM and put it inside of a glass body phone with a metal frame. That doesn't make it a flagship, right? So if that won't make a phone a flagship, then glass and metal has nothing to do with flagship and everything to do with just build quality. Flagship would be the internal specifications as far as what they use on the board and for graphics, that type of thing, right? And so the 6A has a tensor G1, the 7A has a tensor G2, the 8A will have the tensor G3. Therefore, not mid-range, right? This is why I dropped a video yesterday on the Pixel 5A versus Pixel 6A and kind of gave my update review on it, but also to remind people it was a turning point for the Pixel A series where it went from mid-range. Because previously, before, the Pixel A series, like the 3A, the 4A, the 4A 5G, and the 5A, all had mid-range chips from Qualcomm. 600 series in the 3A. I believe 700 series in the 4A, 765G in the 4A 5G, and the 5A. So it's always had a mid-range chip from Qualcomm in the previous first chapter of the Pixel A series. Now they have the same chip as the flagship, devices for, Pixel 6, Pixel 7, Pixel 8. Therefore, the A series are no longer mid-range, in my opinion. They're not, just barely to get you by. Yes, there is a build quality difference in them, right? From plastic to glass. And that's only for a price cut. As I said before, with the Pixel A series, one of the things that Google did right with the Pixel A series is they cut the correct corners to cut the cost down. So the Pixel 8A would just be a price reduced Pixel 8 for your enjoyment. It's kind of like the same context where you had the iPhone 5S and you had the iPhone 5C. The 5S, premium flagship. The 5C had a plastic body and color, but that was really all the difference that was, between the 5S and the 5C. Same thing kind of goes here. Difference between the Pixel 8 and the 8A, slightly larger display on the 8 compared to the 8A, and a glass body for the 8. More than likely, they're still probably going to stick to plastic. As far as what I've seen in leaked videos where somebody unboxed the green and the blue version of the Pixel 8A, and Google's just bad with leaks. I don't know what you guys think about that, but Google is very bad with leaks. Oh, someone cut the wires for this San Francisco airport? Yeah, I can see that being something really detrimental. Google revealed both Pixel 8A and Fold 2 again like last year. I don't know about the Pixel Fold being released this early. Maybe in June they might do it like how they did last year. So it could be June that they announce it, and late June release, possibly. I know there's people that's not really happy with the Pixel Fold 2, which I will do a separate video just kind of like going in-depth thoughts on that. I'll put that as a video to put out later on this week, but yeah, I think they may do that. It'd be weird if they moved it all the way back to October and released it alongside the 3 new Pixel 9s, because that would be a 4-device release at 1 month. So I don't know. Honestly, I feel like that maybe Google should move up their Fold release, and maybe the Pixel Fold 3 would get an announcement in February and launch in February or March. And then the A series, in May, and then the new flagships in October, right? So there's a release in 3 quarters of the year to just kind of keep the name Pixel relevant, because Google still needs a lot of help. I don't know why they've slightly disbanded Team Pixel on YouTube and just stuck with, the larger content creators. You had a real good thing going when you were bringing in people from all corners of the tech space on YouTube. I think the only problem that some people had with Team Pixel was bringing in creators that kind of didn't matter, right? Like, nothing against certain people that like tech, but if your channel's like about haircuts, yeah, you can showcase what the Pixel can do as far as like if you take pictures of like your work and you post it online. I get that. But a lot of people were more just in the fact of like those who talk about tech and are rooted in the tech space definitely should have been considered to be part of that team. And they, a lot of them were, but not, a lot of people were brought in that others felt were deserving. Like I felt like Team VRY should have been part of it for the longest time. They never called him up to be part of it. So yeah. Google still needs a lot of help. They really do. And it's almost at this point, like, some people making reference that Google kind of like leaks their own stuff. And it's really, really, really looking that way. Because, like, how did someone get a hold of a Pixel 8a in the green color and the blue color, which Google knows is going to be the more popular sales because they're the unique colors, right? If you have something that's, um, like obsidian black or charcoal, like this one, the 6a is charcoal, my Pixel 7 is obsidian black. When you have that type of coloring, they know that that's like, average and plain Jane or whatever, just like that would be the one least sold. So the 9 and the not the 9 but the green and the blue model 8a being leaked like that is just bananas in all retrospect. But anyways, so do I feel like the Pixel 8a is going to have a price hike? Yes, I do. I honestly feel that way. As we keep allowing it. Like someone posted, and it's absolutely true. You can vote with your wallet to have a company realize that, okay, maybe the direction they're going in is not best for consumers, right? If nobody buys the Pixel 8a, that will definitely show Google two things. And two things can come from this. One, it'll show Google that their pricing is just not adding up to a lot of consumers out there to consider them. Or two, it would make them think that nobody likes the A series and they would just completely disband the A series. Which leads up into my next topic, which is basically going with why 3 devices this year with Google. Why are we seeing 3 devices? And this could possibly be where the A series actually dies, because we're getting 3 devices released in October this year at the Made by Google event. We should be expecting the Pixel 9, the Pixel 9 Pro, and then now a Pixel 9 Pro XL. When you kind of look at the way that things have been set up so far already, right? We've had a base model, a Pro model, a series device, right? So for them to release a 9 and a 9 Pro, they're going to be about the same size. That's cool. Everyone can check out Sneed's video. They're like super interested in knowing exactly what the new plans are with T-Mobile right now. You guys can check out that video if you guys want. Let's see if we can get like an image. I don't want to see YouTube videos on that. Let's see what the site has. I'm pulling up a site to look at real quick. Okay, that's really what the 9 looks like. I'm gonna be really weirded out. Okay, well, anyways. All right, let me load this screen up for you guys real quick. We should find this to be pretty interesting. Here we go. So apparently this is the Pixel 9 design. Now Apple has Dynamic Island and we're gonna have the Visor Island. If this is really what the camera visor bar is gonna look like right now, it's gonna look like this really protruding island. A lot of people are gonna have some issues with that. I mean, when the visor was even introduced on the Pixel 6, a lot of people didn't like that. They were already like, oh, that's ugly. I like the older versions of the Pixels, I like the square camera module, iPhone-esque type, cameras. So when people see this, I can only imagine. So this is from OnLeaks. Kind of just gives you an idea of what it's going to look like. Squared off edges, a very, very iPhone-esque following right there. Some people will find this type of body design to be, comfortable to hold. Do I think so? No, not really. I mean, I have my iPhone 12 and it's kind of boxed, flat rails on the sides and top, but I put a case on it so it's comfortable to hold. Holding it bare and it's like, I don't like that. A little bit rounded, like chafed, right? Like, if you guys remember the HTC 10 or the what's the other one? Yeah, the HTC 10, how it had chafed edges. I think something like that would be good for this type of design of phone, to have it flat rails but just kind of curve it. I mean, most days when you watch tech review videos, no one's really talking about the ergonomics on a phone anymore, and so I still feel that's a bit of an importance, because how the phone feels in your hand when you hold it, it's going to make or break a phone. But you can see, obviously they have it, well, I guess where you can stand it up on its side. So, okay, that's okay. And then you have the volume rocker and the power button. You can see the antenna bands. So the Pixel 9 is, to me, it's looking pretty decent. Pixel 3a was an amazing phone. Yeah. But, it's not looking too bad. But I do feel like that, there's a strong possibility we won't see a 9A. Because basically from what I've been able to see online is that, the Pixel 9 and the 9 Pro are pretty much like the same height, same width. Everything about it is the same. The only difference in them is that the 9 Pro has an additional camera sensor, which is obviously that telephoto sensor that the regular 9 won't have. So the 9 will have its main sensor and then an ultra wide sensor. The 9 Pro will have the regular wide angle, ultra wide, and telephoto. So by having those three sensors on the 9 Pro and the 9 and being the same size, because that's one of the things that people have talked about. You can go back through my videos and look, the Pixel 5 videos that I have, they do pretty good in viewership, but the one comment that seems to be on every one of those videos is the like of the size. The Pixel 5 size of of this device, is like what some people would feel to be comfortable. So, I mean, Pixel 5. It is compact and comfortable. So I think that Google has listened to that, and so the 9 and the 9 Pro are going to be about the same size, because previous models or Pro models have always been a bit taller, bigger battery size, and so that's why they have the 9 Pro XL, which will have all the features of the 9. Well, the 9 Pro basically, in a larger form factor. So the 9 Pro and the 9 Pro XL, two identically spec'd, but one's bigger than the other type thing. And then you have the regular 9. Why aren't they doing a 9 XL? Oh, man, that would be... Is Google even ready to put out 4 phones? You know what I mean? Like, you got Samsung that does it, right? The Galaxy S24, the S24 Plus, the S24 Ultra. You have Apple that does it, right? So, they'll have the 16, they'll have the 16 Plus, the 16 Pro, the 16, Pro Max or Pro XL, whatever they're going to call it. Is Google ready for that? This pretty much, having 3 device releases, kind of may say, yeah, they may be trying to test the waters to see. But the way that I feel about it is that now that we have a 9 Pro, and a 9 Pro XL, I don't see Google really doing a 9A. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, thumbs up. I would rather be wrong about that than to think that what I'm thinking in my head about Pixels is correct. If I think, if it comes out to be what I think it's going to be, then we lose out on a very good product. The A series is always going to be a very good product. And I feel like that if they're considering scrapping the A series with the 9 series, just by having a 3 device release this year and saying, okay, we don't need to do a 9A because people would just buy the 9, then we would have shot ourselves in the foot. Because they could have still additionally came out with a 9A and gone with a plastic body, durable plastic body, and pretty much that, right? Cut the cost down. But of course, a lot of people tend to always, I mean, I don't know, like we have the Burger King complex. That's the problem with tech today. We have the Burger King complex. We think that we could have it our way. We think that because we feel like what we want is what everybody wants in a phone, that we're just going to go ahead and shadow out these phones and just pretty much just destroy the hell out of them. And then think that they're going to listen to us and be like, oh yeah, we'll just do it their way, when initially they could just completely kill the A series and be like, well, no one's interested in it, so why are we going to build it, type of thing. And then we lose out on something pretty good. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a pretty dope hat. Locomotion. So that's my fear. My fear is from a lot of the backlash the 8A is getting, and it's not even freaking out yet, is what Google's looking at as it just completely scrap the A series and just focus on just the main Pixels and do a 9 Pro, 9 Pro XL, and we can see that continuing on in the future. And then their idea is getting the 9 Pro or getting the 9 Pro XL would be like the top of the top flagships out of Google. But if you want something that that costs less, get the Pixel 9. Which, if they launch the Pixel 9 at a $699 price tag, we can expect the 9 Pro to launch at an $899 price tag, and then the 9 Pro XL at $1,000. It would even be more detrimental to a lot of us Pixel fans if they launched the Pixel 9 at a $799 price tag, the 9 Pro at $1,000, and the 9 Pro XL at $1,100. Because then and then with no 9A series coming out means that we won't get anything below 700. And then you would really have to wait for deals and those types of things to be able to get this phone at a discounted rate, or trade in your device, which we all know this. Google is not very good with trade-ins. And I'm not talking about the value of the phones that they give you as credit on a trade-in. I'm talking about actually getting the trade-in done. Lots of people have reported that they've sent their devices in. Google claims they never got it. The phone's missing. So they ended up paying full price for the phone, and they lost the phone that they traded in. This is why I don't ever look at trade-ins as an option to get a phone, because I am deadly afraid that if I say, okay, you know what, I got an iPhone 12. If you'll give me $400 in credit for it, I'll trade it in for a Pixel 9. Send my phone in, and they're like, we never received your trade-in, therefore you will be billed, you won't be getting back your credit, right? Because obviously you have to pay, like if it's $799, you're going to pay that to get the phone with trading credit of $400, and then they send you a return kit to put your trade-in device in and send it to them. Once they receive it and everything checks out on the up and up, then they will credit you back for the amount credit of $400, if that's what the deal is, right? That's how it works. You don't get the credit up front. You get it after you send your device in. And a lot of people have always taken to social media and said, well, my phone's missing. It's somewhere. It says that it arrived to their warehouse, but they say they never got it. And so now I'm screwed. I'm paying, I paid the whole amount, and they're keeping the whole amount of money. It happens. Yeah, but that would be totally weird though, because the Pixel 7a uses the Tensor G2. So if the 8a used the Tensor G2, that would have a lot of people questioning it, like why? Why is the 8a using the same chip as the 7a? Honestly, because like I said, from the 6a going forward, the A series is no longer, in my opinion, a mid-range. It's a flagship. The 6a, 7a, 8a are flagship phones. Flagship components inside of it for the same experience that you're going to get with the 8 Pro makes it a flagship, in my opinion. The only difference is the build quality. A build quality does not make a phone flagship. Like I said earlier in this live stream, I could build a phone with Gorilla Glass Victus in the front, Gorilla Glass Victus in the back, aluminum railings that's reinforced for stability, put a nice display on it, nice speakers inside of it. And then for the processor chip, put a Snapdragon 201 with 1 GB of RAM. Because it's made out of metal and glass, if I sold that, no one's going to buy that phone at a flagship price, right? So that's where my thought process is. The internals, like the processor chip, the GPU, the amount of RAM, those types of things kind of like build this flagship experience. And so the A series from the 6A to current are no longer mid-range devices, in my opinion. They are flagship. I don't even put, like I said, I don't put build quality as a reference to it, right? Because you can, like I said, you can put the most low budget chip in a phone that's made of glass and metal that won't make it a flagship. So the build has nothing to do, in my opinion. Build quality has nothing to do with flagship. It has to do with the internal components and the optimization software. So yeah. Pixel A is flagship. That's just what it is. It's just affordable. It's the iPhone 5S and the iPhone 5C all over again. You know, they cut corners in the correct places. But I fear that the A series will be done for with these 3 devices released. Now, Google proves me wrong. I'll take that any day of the week. Prove me wrong, Google. Bring me a Pixel 9A next year, 2025. That is the idea. Obviously, it's the idea. So, yeah, these are the renders. And then they have like a video render of it. And I don't know, that protruding, that's too far. Sorry, that's too far. I know they're not having the visor extend all the way to the side frames. Totally cool. You know, if people want to know the reasonings, more than likely, probably for repairs. If you crack the back of this phone, makes it easier if the camera visor is not attached to the side rails. You can replace the screen on the back. What screen? The glass. The screen's in the front. You can replace the glass on the back if you crack it. But if that's going to be that protruding from the body, then they better be using an updated camera sensor on there. And it kind of looks like it does, because you kind of have... Looks like the main sensor is a lot bigger, and then the ultra wide, or this would be the ultra wide sensor, and that would be the main sensor. Either way, this one speaker thing on the bottom is just not doing it for me. I don't know. Is it really with one speaker? Can we get a speaker check here? No. It just shows that, shows it at that angle, shows it there. Yeah, no. Oh no, wait, yeah, right here. One speaker, because they're putting they could just put the physical SIM tray on the top and just put the microphone right there. Because that's really what it is. If you look at you know, like older Pixels, okay, one is a speaker. This one right here is a microphone. It's the microphone, not a speaker. Crazy, right? Same thing like on Apple. On Apple, you got a speaker right here and the microphone's right there. That I'm not sure about. All elites here. Yeah, I'm actually, after this is done, I know I said it for 10 a.m. my time, but you know, when I end this, about 10 minutes after this on the second channel, I'm actually doing a live stream about my thoughts and what I think about the possible Wyatt 6 and who might be involved in it, as well as, you know, the Uncle Howdy return and everything. So live stream on the second channel for Wrestling Podcast. Yeah, I don't know. For the foreseeable future, I honestly feel like that, you know, I myself and lots of others out there that love to just nitpick the Google Pixels really need to calm down before we end up pushing this thing to an area of mobile tech that we're not happy with. That is crazy. Key specs for the Pixel 9 Pro, Google Tensor. No, that's not possible. Why the hell did someone? I wonder if this is a typo. And they're like, the Pixel 9 Pro will have the Tensor G3. Why would it have the Tensor G3? Let's see, 6.1-inch display, kind of going down to like the A series size. Apparently, a 108 megapixel main sensor, 50 megapixel ultra wide. No, that can't be it. So 108 megapixel, and then a 50 megapixel probably ultra wide and 16 megapixel telephoto, 24 megapixel selfie cam, and a 5,500 milliamp hour battery. So small form factor, big battery. Looks like upgrades to the cameras. If this is true, that's great. 12 gigs of RAM, 512 gigabytes of internal storage. If they're doing that, that's pretty decent. Starting at 512 for the Pro model, I would be okay with that. You're looking forward to the revamped Apple, the Apple SE? Yeah. That's going to be very interesting too, because it goes away from Touch ID now. They're like they embraces the whole Face ID and the notch design. I just don't know about the rear camera. I hear it's like this oval shape, and if it's so, it's cool. If so, and if it has an SD, not SD, SIM card, a SIM card like tray for a physical SIM card. If the Apple SE has a physical SIM support, that would probably be the phone that I upgrade to from my iPhone 12. That would be newer and supported for long term. Yeah, I don't know. I feel for that. I feel for that when it comes to the Pixel 9 and its future. The 9A may not even be around. Also, to kind of give you guys a heads up. Well, I mean, if I can't show you guys unless I bend it that way, it's so hard to bend it that way. But yeah, currently right now, my Pixel Watch is at 54% battery. I had it off 100% charged at 5:55 p.m. yesterday. So it's been past 12 hours, and we're just now getting to half of the battery life, and it's 9:12 a.m. my time. So that's 16 hours, almost 16 hours of battery life on the Pixel Watch Gen 1 with always on display turned on. So, and I think it has to do with that, having the phone have like a screensaver that shows you the correct time. I think it's pretty much what they're doing and why the battery life got so much better. For those on a budget, Walmart has cheaper price brands of OtterBox. Yeah, you can find those on a lot of places. So all right, and then switching up a little bit, just kind of giving people a heads up on Helium Mobile. Again, if you guys want the code to get 1 month free on Helium Mobile, you guys can try it out to get 1 month free just using my first name. And you have to type it exactly like that when you apply the promo code. It gets you 1 month free. After that, it's $20 a month, unless you're in the city of Miami, Florida, where it's $5 a month if you're a resident there in their pilot area. But if you're anywhere else outside of that, it's $20 a month. Helium Mobile's actually been pretty great, pretty decent. Yes, its priority on T-Mobile's network is going to be less than my Metro by T-Mobile line. So when I run speed test side by side, my Metro line has priority over Helium access. Granted that, but individually running speed tests, it's really up there with my Metro line. And yes, it has access to ultra capacity, it has access to T-Mobile standalone 5G. There is another new carrier. Yeah, there's lots of new carriers just popping up out of nowhere. But I'm not shifting around to any other carriers. Like right now, currently, I have my Metro line, which is my main phone line. That's in my Pixel 5 right now. I have Helium Mobile in my iPhone. I also have another Helium Mobile line in my Pixel 6. And then actually, I'm using the iPhone 11 Pro Max as my webcam, but this phone has Mobile X on it. And the phone plan I have on Mobile X is just a data-only plan. There's no phone number to call, text, or whatever. There's a number assigned, but it doesn't get phone calls or text. I don't need it. I use the data on the Pixel 9. Oh God, I'm looking at the Pixel 9. Let me close out this window because I just read the Pixel 9. My iPhone 11, I only use it to like live stream from it if I'm on the go, or edit videos, record videos, stuff like that. So I only need data to be able to like upload files and things like that. So that's why I had the data plan on it only, and it's pay for what I use. If I need more data, because like I'm only paying for a three gigabyte plan. If I need more data, I can just add more data through the app. So basically, I'm not paying over $8 for my line on Mobile X. But those are the lines. I'm not going to add any more. Well, I mean, you could pretty much consider this channel like that. Most of the coverage that I'm going to be doing on this channel is Google Pixel related. Every now and then, I will throw in Google Pixel's, best phones forever, the iPhone. So, as far as network connectivity, it's pretty much the same. I pull 500 megabytes down in my apartment on both Metro and Helium, and both have an uplink of like 100 megabits plus. So sometimes like 110 megabits per second. The latency on both of them is like 18 milliseconds. Jitter is about 6 milliseconds. So they're pretty much equal. The only time you'll see a difference between Helium and Metro is if you run a speed test side by side, Metro is going to have the priority access to T-Mobile's network over Helium. So running them side by side, they're both not going to pull 500 down. Metro would be the winner on that one. So I'll see like 300 megabits, while the Helium line is pulling like 100 megabits down. So you'll see the difference there. Better yet, I can just show you guys. This might cause some interference in the mic. You guys might hear some buzzing. And just to make it fair, I'm going to download the same speed test app. It's like buzzing. Okay. Yeah, let me get the Ookla speed test. But anyways, on my Metro line, that's what I got. 516 down, 103 up. And it's just basically like if you go over 35 gigs, you're only slowed down when it's congested. When the congestion's over, your speeds return to normal, right? On Helium Mobile, you have 30 gigs of high-speed data. So once you go over that, you're slowed down to 1 megabit per second until the start of your next bill cycle. Okay, so let me take it off Wi-Fi real quick. All right, running speed test right now. It's like making the microphone buzz. I can hear it in my earbuds. But like 505 roughly. 523 on the down. Yeah, so 523 on the down and 96.6 on the up. So what I'll do right now is close out those speed tests. And I'm going to hit them both at the same time and run them at the same time. Oh my God. Let me stop that real quick. Jesus. Okay, so we're resetted. Both are connected. We're ready to go. So as you can see, Metro has a priority. The Helium is pretty much getting up there. That's because the Metro line's already on the uplink test. And of course, iPhone, Pixel. So 520 by 69.9, 318 by 93. So at some point, the Helium line got priority over. But yeah, that's the difference between them. As far as like, service wise, customer service has been really great with them. As a matter of fact, out of a lot of the different companies that I use, their customer service is like top notch. Um, I always get a response back very quickly, and it's easy to submit a trouble issue ticket without actually having to chat with an agent. So if you can actually say what's going on with the phone, describe the issue that's going on, the chat bot itself will then present a link for you to type out, first, last name, your email address for a response, the issue that's going on with your phone line, submit a ticket, and it's like 10 minutes later, they're already looking at my ticket. The reason why I submitted a ticket, which I found out this is an ongoing issue with Helium, this is the only problem that I have with Helium Mobile. There is an ongoing issue that there's a delay or an issue with trying to claim your rewards, or to do a prepay, like to prepay with your crypto to pay your phone bill. So right now it says transaction slowdown. Last updated 21 hours ago. So it does show you a little banner on top that has that info. Got to be careful because it shows my mobile number. But yeah, right now I'm like pretty close to finishing mapping for today. And that's what I've earned every day for mapping. And so let's see, let me go to my wallet real quick. And I have 2,415.34 Helium tokens that I can claim here soon. Oh, actually I have one free claim already. I'll do that later because I have until 5 p.m. today to finish up mapping. So then that way my earnings will come in for that, and then I can just claim it later today. But the problem that I have is when you go to prepay, so I can prepay my phone bill with the tokens that I earned from mapping. So I actually do have enough. Of course, the value goes up and down. It tells you right here at the bottom, it's going to change again. The value of the crypto is going to change in the next 43 seconds. So then this price that it's telling me to pay my phone bill at could either go up or down depending on the value of the token. If the token value goes up, then of course the amount that I'm going to pay is going to go down. Vice versa if it's the other way. So, but lately I've been trying to do where I can prepay 1 month ahead, and it's been failing to do that. And Helium Mobile is aware of that, and they're trying to fix that. So there in fact lies the issue. That's like the only issue that I have with Helium Mobile. Is that a lot of the functionalities as far as, within the app has a hard time working or just doesn't work. So hopefully they get that fixed here soon. My bill for my Helium Mobile is not due until May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So at any time that they fix it, within this week or next week, once they fix it, then I'll be able to prepay my bill. But I also have it turned on that if it comes to my due date before it charges my card on file for payment, it is to pull from my crypto balance first. And I have more than enough to cover 1 month. So I'm not too worried. I just like to do it myself, because if I wait until the 5th and let them automatically do it, I don't know what the value of the Helium token is going to be. It could have went up in value, or it could have dramatically went down in value, which means more of my tokens will be used to pay that. And so when I see that, someone must be here. If you guys hear my velvet barking, or Thor's outside, my neighbor's pit bull. But anyways, if I watch the value of the token myself, and if I see that it's rised in value, then if I hit to prepay my mobile bill, it will take the crypto at the amount in the value. So of course it'll be lower because the token's worth more. So, and yeah, because even right now with the tokens that you've earned from mapping, and if you decide to deploy indoor or outdoor hotspot, you can use the tokens to buy a Pixel 8 or a Pixel 8 Pro. As a matter of fact, I don't know if the deal's still going on, but I know Pixel 8 Pro on Helium was for sale at $643. That's US dollars. Okay. That's like 3 million something Helium tokens. And if you buy a Pixel 8 Pro at $643, you get 1 year of Helium Mobile service for free. So you get a free year plus a Pixel 8 Pro discounted, at like $200. That's crazy. Yeah, you can use the coin to pay half your bill, and then use your payment method to pay the other half if you want to do it that way. Me personally, it's gonna take a lot of mapping in order for me to get like 3 million tokens. So I wouldn't be able to get the Pixel 8 Pro at its current sale right now with Helium Mobile. So the best thing for me to do is just use my tokens to pay my phone bill. So technically, the only phone bill I'm actually paying for is my Metro by T-Mobile. Because even the Mobile X account, I can pay that when I want, if I absolutely need it. So like my service line will stay on and active. It's just I won't have the data to use if I don't add data. So yeah, Metro's the only one that I'm actually paying for, because Helium, I just take the phone's map, earn tokens, build up the tokens in my crypto wallet, and pay that way. So I'm not paying a phone bill. However long that lasts, I don't know. Yeah, I know. I just said that. You could get the Pixel 8 Pro at 3 million. 3 million plus tokens is what it would cost to get it right now. And 1 year service. Well, not 1 year service. You would have to be a new customer to get it at that price. You can buy it at $600 or something dollars, but to get the 1 year service, actually, you know what? I'm going to reach out to my contact and just confirm that. Because if you're already a customer, I feel like for me, if you're already a customer, you should be able to still get it at the $643 price, and then get 1 year service free. Like have your services taken care of for a whole year just because you bought a Pixel 8 Pro. But I don't know if it's for new customer only. It doesn't really say that. So if it's for new or not new customers, couldn't tell you guys. Let's look at it. Okay. Drag it to my other screen here. Get your Pixel. I love how Helium supports Google Pixel. That is dope. $639 for it. It also includes 25% off any hotspot. So if you buy the indoor or outdoor hotspot, you'll get 25% off if you buy it with a Pixel 8 Pro. And it tells you right here, 1 year service free plus an exclusive subscriber badge. You get the Pixel badge if you buy a Pixel from them, but it does not say if it's just for new customers only. So I don't know. Maybe if you're a current customer and you buy this phone, maybe they'll credit your account for a whole year. Don't know. You can also finance it with a firm and pay. If you got really good credit, you'll pay only like $26.63 a month. Just depends on your credit history. If you have less than favorable credit, you might have to put down like $300 of the value of the phone and then finance the rest of it. It's the way a firm works. I've used them once before. You get the Pixel 7a for $424. And if you buy the Pixel 8, it's at full price, $699. Yeah, they rebuilt the mapping, so that's pretty cool. We have international roaming. That's an add-on you can add with Helium Mobile now, so you can use your phone overseas. They have Helium Mobile Wi-Fi. So yeah. Oh, hotspots. Oh, you can use the Helium Mobile hotspots now, and you can have two channels directing signal out of it. So one is directed specifically for Helium Mobile customers, which means that my iPhone would connect to it for service and offload the stress that I put on the network onto that hotspot rather than T-Mobile's towers. But you can also double up that hotspot as a like free Wi-Fi connection to those, to devices around. It says free public Wi-Fi for customers and build their own coverage. Yeah, so that's what it is. They just upgraded the indoor hotspots, and so here you have it. These are some old news from like back then. This was from like February 27, 2024. This was from March 19th. This was from March 26th. So that's as far as Helium Mobile news. But yeah, this is actually a really good deal. And they are unlocked for those who want to know. So with Pixel 8 Pro, if you buy it from Helium Mobile, it's not SIM locked. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the app either. They really need to get that fixed. A lot of the issues going on with it, like the mapping sometimes is a little bit glitchy, like it's not active and on and like tracking, because the way that they set up the mapping now is that if you're not moving, if you haven't moved 15 meters in 15 minutes, then it kind of like puts the mapping to sleep, so it doesn't actively kill your battery. But once you move 15 meters in 15 minutes, it will engage and then begin tracking. Problem with that is that sometimes it does not engage, and then so like areas that you should have mapped have not been mapped. So then you're not earning the tokens for that. That sucks. Of course, when it comes to like, questions about the eligible, ineligible mapping, if you've mapped an area and somebody else has mapped that area and another person has mapped that area, they put that area in a cooldown mode, which means that if another person goes in there with mapping, they're not going to get the mapping for that area because it's already been mapped by several other customers with Helium Mobile. And so that zone is in a cooldown state. So you won't earn anything from being there. This is why when you look at mapping, you'll see like eligible, you'll probably see like maybe like 40, 50, 60 eligible mapped, and you might see like 2,000 ineligible mapped. It doesn't mean that the area is ineligible to earn. It just means that it's in a cooldown state. Each hex goes into a cooldown state. So that's what happens with that. That shouldn't have started yet. My second channel's live stream doesn't start until 10 a.m. So I don't know if you got like a notification that I'm gonna go live on the second channel talking about Uncle Howdy and WWE. That's what it is. It's a notification for that. It shouldn't have started live because I didn't hit start live on that one yet. I'm still in this one. That doesn't start for another 27 minutes. No one stole my content. I mean, unless it's like a completely different YouTube account. You can post a link to it and I can pull it up right now. If you want to put it in the chat, I can double check. I do know that hang on. Let me share my screen real quick. Hopefully nothing starts playing, but just to make sure. Yeah, this one right here. Let's talk Uncle Howdy and Wyatt 6. That's on my second channel. And I'm going to go on there and talk wrestling here in a little bit. So, yeah, that's on the Tito Talks channel. Not this one. But I have two channels. I'm going live on that at 10 a.m. Let me close the chat so you guys see it bigger, but yeah. Yep, 10 a.m. Like 26 minutes from now. Anyways, I'm just winding down the live stream right now, kind of wrapping things up. We've been live for about an hour. Hello, God, yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna be doing that. Also giving my insights on what happened last night on Monday Night Raw. Kind of give you guys my thoughts about certain things that transpired on it, but mostly just talking about Uncle Howdy, which we know is Taylor Rotunda, Bo Dallas. But yeah, just go to that. If you like wrestling, you like listening and talking about wrestling, go to that in like 26 minutes at 10 a.m. my time, and you can chat with me about it. Other than that, I'm really just going to be going in there just kind of talking about speculations about the Wyatt Six family and things going on in WWE. Of course, Roman Reigns talks about him, what's going on, possible bloodline civil war, kind of talking about that too as well. So yeah, I mean, those are some of the things that I intend to touch base with on that live. I don't have the ability to simulcast it, so I don't know if you do on Restream. On my Restream, I don't have that ability unlocked, so I couldn't like simulcast it to the Deathlock podcast. You can actually just download if you want to rip the live stream using any one of those methods. Can't really say, but using those methods, you can actually rip the live stream and upload it to the Deathlock podcast if you want to. Anyways, yeah, I think I'll leave it at that right now. So we've been in an hour long. Actually, let me give you guys a link to the channel itself. So yeah, it should be that. It should be this. It should be this link right here. If you guys see that link, that's the second channel. I believe that's it. I'll confirm it right now. I should have just done it this way, but yeah. Let me paste it in here. Yeah, pretty much that. That's the URL. You guys can go there. I am going to go live here in a little bit and talk about wrestling. So other than that, thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out with me for a little bit. The discussion with Google Pixels, Helium Mobile, the quick speed test I showed you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. And I'm gonna grab something to drink real quick. It might start a little bit earlier if I'm done getting like my drink and everything like that. Could be starting here like at 9:45, but it's supposed to start at 10 a.m. But I might start a little bit early. I'm just gonna grab something to drink, use the bathroom, and get things set up for that live stream. And then yeah, we'll be talking wrestling there. So I'll see you guys there. If you guys don't come through on that one, no worries. Thanks for being here, checking it out. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for more video content coming out later on this week. I got some more videos planned out, and of course, breaking news, things that happen on the fly. I'll be posting those videos. So I'll see you guys then.